Hello everybody, we are back again with some more comp. Mainly, we are just getting some practice in for tomorrow because tomorrow is the Interregional Qualifier. One of the biggest tournaments of the year, I think. Maybe like the second biggest, behind Worlds. Maybe MSI? I don't know. Either way, we're just gonna practice because I'll be playing in that tomorrow. Um, Yesterday's stream, I decided I was scrapping this team as far as tournament play, and I'm going to be playing with this one. Teams are mainly locked in. You kind of got to DM Yaluna if you want to change it. I'm probably just going to stick with it unless there's like a really bad stam break point I need to hit. So I just want to get some practice with it because I'm kind of stuck with the team now anyways. Gears are basically open info now, so there's no point in like hiding the gears. Like, oh no, my Tort Knight has double screen. Oh no, my Rocklam has Sensei Robe. I think those are the only two hidden items left on the team. um, yeah, so we'll just hop into some games. I don't know how many I'm going to play today. Instamatch. Don't even get to start looking for Chromions, but I'm going to try a little bit in between matches. Spiffy McTaco, hello. How's it going? Against Logain. This is good practice. I think we're going to see a lot of teams similar to this, or at least this is the really common ladder team. Double fire, which is really bad for me. I determined I ban the Tolkien and then hopefully threaten out the Hazrat with multiple wins, and I also have Grumper. He didn't even ban my waters, so that's interesting. Gonna pick Grumper first because it not only counters Hazrat, it also puts pressure on Inky, which was the other main Tem I didn't want to deal with. But it does give me a really awful lead. Like, this lead sucks. Man the Hazrat now. He's banning out my Inky counters. I'll have to make sure I grab Saipat so I have something else that can potentially kill Inky. So between Tutsu and Platamus here, it's basically swapping in one of them to eat the hit for Grumper, turn 1. And that's about all they're gonna do. So I'm gonna bring in Tutsu so I get the tag team bonus. Because of tag team, I think that Tutsu will be a bit bulkier. I also get the melee resist for Shell Lance, Soul Shout. And if he decides to target Saku anyways there, that's also fine. I was thinking that it might be valuable to drill. I don't have any evasion, so we're good. I was debating on clicking Lifeful Sap, so Saku has more survivability. But I don't think I think I can get by without it. I think what I want is some chip onto Shell Lance so that I can kill it with a Narco next turn. Hopefully. It might be a bulkier Shell Lance. He can't put me to sleep with Haito or anything though. Ooh, and we get the Plague, so I get to avoid that damage. It's not super effective T-Strike, which I guess it would have been risky for him to click in front of a Grumper anyways, but I figured he may have, just because I could have swapped in 2-2 to resist the Soul Shout. Alright, I need this to do like 65, or put it down to 65. Yeah, that's going to be really close. On whether or not Narco kills. I know that he has Bright Beam and Intimidation on his Amphitheater. I also believe it's a settling Amphitheater, so... I'll throw a Nox Bomb at it, in case it clicks not Bright Beam. And then we'll do Narco on the Shell Lance slot. Yeah. I won't even take too much damage from that. So he's Soul Shouting the Saku now. Soul Shout helps me take that pretty well. I just really have to hope that this kills. I could have doubled the slot. I was really afraid of like an Inky swap in. Oh, nice, that even does half. I don't know if I live in another T-Prison, but... Okay, that kills anyways. Oh, that was a really good turn for me. Like, it's not perfect, but... We're getting there. It's something. Inky comes in. Settling Amphitheater, so it will not be healing that damage off. Alright, I'm going to be a little bit risky. I'm going to swap out 2-2 for Grumper here, and I'm going to click Lifeful Sap on Saku. I don't think he's going to click Plague. Plague would never kill. And this does 0 damage. It does, however, give him speed advantage with his Inky. So that's not something I can completely ignore. I would guess the Platypus comes in on the Inky slot now. That or he'll try and Plague Court Sturt to kill my Grumper. One or the other, and I'm not sure which. You know, he double Bright Beam. That worked too. I should have used Dust Vortex, so Saku would have outsped with Boomerang. Yeah, so now he's got another Settling proc, so Plague will hurt even more. I mean, the only thing I need Grumper for is to kill Inky here. But Inky gets a free T-Strike onto the right slot if it chooses. Or it'll swap out and get stamina, and I'm just not sure which. I think I'm gonna take a risk. I'm gonna double swap. Yeah, there we go. That's about as good as it gets. It does hurt quite a bit. Ninja, hello, welcome. Just starting out this time. Glad you're here. Having to try and play around an amphitheater is kind of rough. Freaka, thank you for the sub. I really appreciate it. I forgot I was -1, honestly. I thought the Feather Gatling was going to go first. If the amphitheater just clicked Bright Beam, it would have been just fine. Yeah, enjoy those emotes. There's some good ones. This might seem a little bit silly, but I'm actually going to swap 2-2 for Psypad here. I'm going to click Nox Bomb on the Amph. Got trolled in Side Park 15 minutes ago and running around for 7 to 8 hours this week. Got a Psypad instead of a Chromion. Hey, at least Psypad's a pretty good Tem now. Gonna Nicho into the 2-Vine slot. He doesn't have any swap-ins. And I'll CPG Amphitheater slot, just in case he swaps in Inky. Not really looking for it though, just wanted the most valuable. Resell. Yeah. Yeah, I know, and that's definitely fair. It's just I try and look on the positive side because that's really rough. Still probably better than like a Digi female. That would have been about worst case scenario. He's actually faster with his 2-Vine. I can Sludge Gift and either kill the Amphitheater or the Inky if he swaps it in. That's probably what I should do. So you're sure to play Melee Core tomorrow? I think it's going to be the best choice. So yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty much set on it. I could technically change my team again. Yoluna's still... I could just have to DM her. Qualifier week seems sus, I know, but like... honestly, I think it's gonna be fine. Most most teams aren't going to run more than Tolkien Hazrat, and I have triple win to counter Hazrat and Grumper as an Earth as well. Come on, Saku, live the Nox Bomb. Seemed to have good results with Target Rep. Target Rep had matchups it just couldn't win up against. And I couldn't even tell you why it lost in those. It's just... I don't know, you'd think for like a Sparks ramping team, you'd have a lot of damage, but I just didn't feel like I did enough. GG's. Wow, we actually got a promo. It's been so long since I've seen this. Yeah, it's just... I don't know. I was losing so many matches when I was playing this team. Everything survived with just a little bit of HP. I didn't have enough speed invest. I didn't have enough HP invest. It feels like I couldn't find the right balance of spreading with this team. I changed a whole bunch of stuff around throughout the time, and it didn't work any better. But I know that this core just has solid results. Broccolum Grumper is another just really good combo. I know that at least I'm sure Platt and probably some other players are going to be running some toxic cores. So having stuff like Camo Grumper, Tortonite, and another Toxic and Tuvine all really help. It's just the problem. I'm not even afraid of multi-fire type or teams in the tournaments. I'm more afraid that this team insta loses to Stall. I have zero tools to beat Stall, basically. I can beat some other bulky offense teams fairly fine, but I've got show off scaling, and I had Doom yesterday, but I ended up removing it because if they find out I have Doom, they just ban the Tort, and then it doesn't do anything. So I don't know. It's just like, how many times am I going to run into Stall? I know Tsubaki and Geno are going to be on it. Other than that, I didn't notice any big Stall names. I don't know how many are even left outside of them. Oh, I gotta turn that off. So I'm just kind of gambling. I feel like in the meta right now, you have to basically pick which matchups you're okay losing. I don't think that you can win every matchup. Somebody can prove me wrong, and whoever gets first place probably will. But it's just kind of the choice I ended up making. I'm not super happy with it, but it's what it ended up being. I think in general, this team has a better chance. Like at the very least, I'm just trying to hold my spot at top 3 American region, so that I can get the World's invite that way. I'll play in the LCQ if I don't, and I think there's still a good chance then. But if I can get in here, that'd be even better. Crossing fingers, dodge Stall players. Yeah. Yeah. Feynman popped in here yesterday, said basically got the same plan. Just hope to avoid the Stall players. It'd be the worst case scenario if I get one round 1 and you're playing on like the loser side of the bracket the whole time. That would just kill my overall win, or my tiebreaker points, whatever they are called. And I'd need to basically win every other match. And I'm also hoping there's not too many Digi-aggro teams. This team performs acceptable into them, but it's far from optimal. Like I got double Crystal, double Water, and Grumper. Saku's okay against Digi as well, at least just finishing off low health stuff. Took out Scaravolt and Gario from the original team because there's too many Volfies around. And having two of my Tems get countered by that sucks. Volarend is still kind of an issue, because both Saku and Platimus get walled by it, and both Tort and Saku don't, or Tort and Saipat don't like it either. I'm sure there'll be quite a few Volarends. It's just, no, I don't know. Gonna run into a double fire Mashuk and Volarend team, and that one's gonna be an insta loss. Vola usually on Vest, so kind of farms your team. Is it on Vest? Because so I just got done playing the target rep team, and every time I faced it, it wasn't Vest. Last time I faced Vest Vola, it was Tsubaki, and it was probably over a month ago at this point. And it's like if it's in the stall matchup, that's fine. I'm already admitting defeat there. I'll probably record it. But if I get to be the last match going on, and I'm up against stall, I'll probably just forfeit the thing to move the tournament along faster. I don't like being a quitter, but I'll give it at least the first game. But if I get destroyed so bad, only Vol is usually on stall or Schulze, both run Vest. I haven't seen Schulze on ladder in a while. I see quite a few Volas though. I've even seen a few aerobic Volas. Don't know why people are running that one. HKS is broken though. I mean, it counters Platimus and Volphy, two of the most popular Tems in the meta, so it makes sense why people run it. Running Vest makes it so it's a lot worse of a pivot into those two Tems. Am I allowed to stream the tournament? Am I planning on doing so? No, I mean, okay, I am allowed to stream the tournament, but doing so would be like, please stream snipe me and look, and just win my match. Yeah, I'm not going to stream the tournament. I will record and then just post them to YouTube. Could stream with heavy delay. I could. I could, but I know East is going to be casting. Not sure I don't particularly need to step on his toes with that. All my matches will be there recorded afterwards, so it'll be just fine. Live and stream over posting at that point? Right, exactly. The content will be there, I promise. I think I'm queued up. Yeah, alright. The main thing I'm curious about is how many Barn Shoes we're gonna see. I think Barn Shoes actually cracked this season. It's not exactly my play style, and I wasn't able to crack the code in the few games I tried with it. It's pretty strong in my team though. Hits my melee core, resists the wind, hits, or melee core I guess, and then hits both my toxics. Oh, and it can live a C spikes from Tort easy. Thing's got actually crazy special defense, even respectable HP now. Alright. Only one fire, see? And it's a Hedgen. Problem is there's also a Mashuk. So we're gonna get more practice playing against Mashuk. Because that's what we're here for, practice. I feel like when you're playing against Mashuk though, you're kind of just... I mean, every Tem in this game is just a lot of predictions. Is the Mashuk gonna turbo? Is he gonna swap for turbo synergy? There's no turbo synergies on this team. Is it even running turbo? On the bright side, for the most part, they're all tireless now. I don't remember the last time I saw a parry or Mashuk. That used to be something you had to guess too. Because parry or Mashuk you can kind of ignore. It's more or less just a defense drop support. But tireless Shook is just gonna scale to infinity. Hello, Tuvine. I love Tuvine. Thing's stupid broken. Good into so many teams. How is Mashuk that much of a problem here? Run 3 wins, you don't get it. So Mashuk can hit 2 Vine, one of my wins. Which it's not like super well, but it can. It wins the matchup against Saku. Because 2 Waste Waters will kill Saku, and so I'll only get 1 Boomerang off, which only does like 40-50%. Mashuk completely walls Saipat and Broccolum. It outspeeds and hits Grumper. It hits and kind of resists Tort and Platymus. So really all I have is double wind. So it just feels so bad. I kind of just want to ban Nestle here, so like the double wind spam option is available. I don't have to worry too much about Mooflank's damage output right now with tag team, especially if he's not doubling. I'm gonna pick Tort because it threatens out Oshiara and it has Prio, so it at least is another option to hit Mashuk if it gets late game. Also a good toxic pivot. Bring my Saipak because it's the only other melee I have. Since there's a Volphy and a potential Chimerian, I really don't want to bring Grumper, so I'm just going to bring Platymus. Curious what he's going to sack turn 1 though. Probably the Oshiara. There's no other reason for him to pick it there. Except for the board on lead here. Marbles, I'll take any damage I can get on that Mashuk. Mashuk has reactive Vial. Why? Don't tell me this is a parry or Mashuk. That would be so flippin' weird. Yeah, it swaps anyways. Yep, okay. Our Vial's standard now. That is the first time I have ever seen a Arvile Mashuk. I saw a lot of Marbles Mashuks. I saw a couple War Drum Mashuks. I've not seen Reactive Vial yet. That's a huge pain. People stop running that. I don't want to face it. Oh, I should have clicked CPG. I almost did. But I'm like, nobody's going to have their Oshiara be that squishy. You just see Marble. Oh, yeah, first aid kit. That's another one I see. Wish I was Amphibian here. Like, why would you bring... Why would... It's so risky. I wouldn't do it. Swapping Mashuk. Yeah. I should have just doubled that slot with Wind Move. I'm not playing this match well. Well, at least he did that. Shinobi Tactics EU. Not a fan? I am. I don't know if this kills, but we're trying it. Buffs make you happy? Oh, I see, yes. It swaps again. Whatever. I was gonna use... The only reason I would have kept Psypat there anyways would have been to Ninja the Oshiara before it gets a Water Blade off, so that's fine. Still, everything would have been much differently had I clicked CPG turn 1. Held Anger. I hope that's still OX's. Yeah. It hopes. OX on turn 4. Yeah, he clicked base jump instead of Bastille turn 1. So I think that his rotation was Bastille base jump, or Bastille held anger. So it was off by just a little bit. Interesting choice to target Diplodomus. Not quite sure about that one. I kind of want to swap 2 Vine out, get some stam here. I don't know what he's going to click on Valash. I don't know if it's a Scavenger Valash or what. Oh, this guy's playing like a maniac. Very easily could have just doubled in that slot. Very, very easily. Don't often see Jack of all trades Valashes anymore. It does just under 50%. Team review, sure thing. Anything about spreads? Normally kind of just run with bulky stuff without much speeds. You're kind of lost with those. Like to keep Tems as they are. Gotcha, gotcha. Should just see Spike the Valash. Trolling. I thought he might swap them a Shook to like... I don't know. I don't even. I've gotten every single prediction wrong here. I should have just attacked the move flank. With that, there was no reason not to. Take suggestions on if there might be a ton better somewhere. You've had some battles already with it. You kind of just misplayed with bans. Let me finish up this completely misplayed start to finish match, and then I'll help you out. There's a max special attack, iron coating Volphy. Oh my goodness. If I got even one prediction right that game, I would have won. I got every single one wrong. Oh, that happens sometimes. That's just how it is sometimes. Alright. Huh. Oh well, the Pookies are just gonna kind of stick there at the top because I don't feel like changing the layout, formatting much. Bulky stuff without much speed, kind of lost. Mainly spreads. Alright, alright. So I see kind of like you got a melee core here. 2-2 tag team. Triple digi, triple mental because of that. I was saying just a bit earlier, but Carrier Mashuk isn't nearly as good as Tireless right now. So I'd definitely consider swapping this to Tireless as well. Because you also have 123 stamina TVs that you could just have 0 on. And then go to like your scuffed whatever it is, like 14 TVs, I don't know offhand. You also have double wind here with the 2-2 anyways, so you have some turbo synergies, which is very nice. So I'd consider that. It looks like it might just be kind of like as a defense drop support the Chimerian, maybe even the Koish and such. But I think that Mashuk can just carry so many more games by having Tireless, like up +2 speed, +2 attack Mashuk to get swapped out early game can just end a late game. GG's OCR 2 HP. Yeah, I almost clicked CPG. I needed to. Considered it, but I was wrong. Too many. I got predictions wrong that whole game. It happens. Volgon, yeah, it looks similar to the defense drop team I did a couple days ago with Volgon that way. One of Mashuk's best partners is, like, on this type of team is Molgu. It also works with Volgon that way, because getting a synergy Faraday cage onto a -2 target, unresisted, is really nice. Could attempt that. Let's see the Mashuk change. Running a low speed Tutsu. I know that's what I like. Got the H slap. Gialis is another Tem that's a really great partner for this sort of Tutsu. H slap. Because once Gialis gets its holds off, just throw some extremely powerful H slap synergy into Crystal Bite hook kicks and stuff. Can't even fight against it. Put marbles on Tutsu over Nupar to Gorong. Gotcha. You could have first aid kit or something on Mashuk instead. Just saw reactive vial as well. Could definitely work. Two Vine. No, I think Two Vine needs a stamina item. If you're not running, you can have Sweatband on the Two Vine this way. If you take it off the Mashuk too, that would help significantly. For speed, you want on Two Vine. I would say right now you want at minimum. Oh, it's just 100. At minimum 200 speed. It's not a whole lot of invest, but this lets your turbine outspeed a Platymus, so you don't have to get stalled by Toxin Shower shenanigans or get Aqua Bulleted. So I would say this is like the minimum 2 Vine speed breakpoint. War Drum Mamashuk, yeah, that works too. This is the minimum speed breakpoint I'd go for with 2 Vine. Chimerian, yeah, you probably don't want to put any more speed into it because then it'll outspeed the rest of your team. And then you kind of got this little core down here. Because you've got a couple toxic options, I suppose. You figure you can throw these in here. I think that's okay. I haven't tried Koish since Nature Koish since the changes to it. I don't know if it feels that great. Makes you kind of have the water synergy with Volgon as well. I almost feel like over Koish that Babawa might fit better here. Because it's in the same way that Koish gets used, you're still gonna lose the toxic matchup, but with Babawa, even with Synergy Water Cutting Lily, you can actually still stare into it with Volgon. And you also have a real water move with Schmeen's Horn Toxic Slime. So I would personally do that. You're just hoping that you're not facing any toxics though. You don't need a whole lot of speed invest. You probably don't need any, and you could get by. I think it's like, I forget what it is offhand for triple water cutting lily. That's pretty standard. You just go like mucus, Schmeen's Horn, and 3 attacking moves plus whatever you fourth one you'd like. You still have the synergy with Mastion then. That's just something to consider too. If you really like the Koish, you could go with it. I feel like the damage output's a bit similar, but having the option to use a water move that's not garbage helps, and having Volgon Babawa lead is super strong. Babawa also is a lot better into Digi teams, because that was one of your 2 weaknesses, which was digitals. So you got the triple melee. Because Babawa not only resists the electrics that all the digis are paired with, but it's also like the toxic slime should kill just about any digi in one hit, besides like a nature chromion. Maybe a Munko too. I'd probably ban Munko with this team though if you're facing digis. Don't think of anything else. You got the double crystals and an electric to kind of deal with mentals. Yeah, honestly, I don't have a whole lot more. Water cutting ice cubes. Yeah, the last slot's completely flex. You have an electric type, so you could go laundry if you want a stat wipe. You can run drool if you want doom wipe. You can run harmful lick. Harmful lick's an option to hit toxic types if you're predicting one to swap in. Like 150 base power is not to be ignored. You don't have to change your stam rotation either because it's the same stam as water cutting lily. You definitely want ice cubes though, just for non-synergy prio, just in case you need it. Pretty rare that you would, but you never know. Yeah. I hope that helps some. If you have any other questions, you can let me know. Max attack on Babo, rest in HP. I would, yeah. You'll live just about any one toxic hit anyways. With like you can live a Rotten Goo from Platamus with Mucus and that HP invest. And I don't think you want to. I don't think you need the extra 50 TVs. You'd just rather have it in attack, hit more offensive breakpoints. Try the Baba. All right, sounds good. Yeah, give it a try. I mean, was there some specific type you were struggling against, or like comps? Like a team like that's going to be really good into slower, stallier teams, but it's going to struggle against faster hyper aggro teams because most even faster Tems are usually calced to live one super effective hit. And a -2 defense into a strong hit usually won't kill, even so. Little against Tyre because it screwed up your leads. Yep, that would make sense too. They probably just ban Mashuk and then Tyra hurts a bit. You still have double Nox Bomb on the birds, which is nice, but still kind of hurts. Other thing is Platamus and Tuvine particularly both have determined common Tems. So you won't actually be able to lower their defense, which completely sucks. You could almost, instead of... You could... Yeah, I don't know. Do you like speed tiers are kind of always slower than one another? Volgon being able to lead with anything and hit hard. Yeah. I tried running Diabolo on my Volgon because I wasn't afraid of it getting controlled, and most people aren't going to target the Volgon. It allows it to function even better as a support, so that would be an option too. This is an interesting team. Zalbian, no digital synergies, potentially not running Electro Punch. Saipat, no Schween. Triple Crystal. And there's just a Ventil there. I'm not ignoring it. I'm trying to fathom why would you want a Ventil. And why it kind of hurts my team. Actually, I don't normally ban Shaolant, but I'm going to here because Tuvine is really nice. And if not Tuvine, then Tort. Sad about Parrier and Tag Team being a nuisance. You're not wrong, it is. But the majority of the meta is actually special attackers right now. It's actually by quite a large majority. Keep Mulgun Gyaos in mind. You like those two Tems too? Yeah, they're just kind of an option. It's just they'll screw up your type chart a little bit. Mulgu can kind of avoid it because Reactive Vial allows it to still win into the Digis. But I think that would be more if you were to drop the Gorong. Because Gorong plays even slower than most of those Tems you have. And Gyalis, you're able to go a little bit faster. Mulgu, I guess, is about the same speed. But like Wrenching Massage, you're going super slow. Matches you played with friends, Volgon felt good. Yeah, it's super flexible. It's like Volgon does everything you'd want it to. Except, I feel like with that team, you're always going to end up with stuff surviving on 5% or less health. Always, 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 and it sucks. I can't believe I'm going to ban a Ventil. Like, if Tuvine takes too much damage, I just can't deal with it. And I don't want to risk that, and it'll even take a lot of damage from an unseen blow. I just can't really risk it. Grumper threaten out the Inky. Saipat Saku, I think, will be good to round it out. I don't think Platt's going to be doing much this game. You like Gorong? Used it a while ago and just love how bulky it is and how it can scale hard. I feel like it scales too slowly for my taste. I saw you had block and wrenching massage over like uppercut. I've seen people run show off on it too. The hook kick rush is pretty standard. Esagatami is fun to run on it too. If you don't find yourself clicking block very often, you could definitely change that around and try something else. It's kind of its flex slot. Think about Gorong was kind of the main idea for the team with Volgon. I mean, if it works, you could keep it. If your other option would be you could drop the 2-2. If you find yourself still dying in like 2 hits to everything. But then there's less of a point in bringing Gialis, but it would still free up Mulgu. I just always CPG the Nestle here. There's no resists for it. I think I just soul shot that slot as well. Gialis isn't an immediate threat. I think this kills. Yeah, nice. This lion over there scouting. You can hop in the stream. I ain't hiding nothing. Except my spreads. Alright. I have Saku that can deal with Nestle late game. I need to start shipping down Gialis now, though. With Sensei Robe, Soul Shout does more than Resin. 2 Vines a stupid dumb. I love it! But that is not an okay defense stat. AO. Not the move I was expecting that to use. Double screen, resisting Gialis. Alright, who likes gambling? Any bets on the Zalbian's moveset? I'll guess no Frond Whip. Can't say for sure though. Try it out next week more, still haven't got a Lumicromion. Oh, best of luck to you. Any specific type you're hoping for? Or just hoping for any of them so you can use it on Showdown? Any, you don't have any for your living decks. Gotcha, gotcha. Alright, I forgot you were doing that. I only think comp. Grab something to eat outside. Hope we'll still be around after. If not, best of luck. Thank you so much. Still probably be streaming for at least another hour and a half. So, probably be back by the time you are. Woo! Max speed Gialis. Crystal Bite Zalbian. Nope, just wastewater. Not expecting the max speed Gyalis, that threw me off. Still felt pretty bulky too. Wonder what his spread is. Maybe it wasn't quite max speed, just short. Looks like he made a play here. That was good for him. Yeah, gets a free wastewater off. See, if I didn't have to take that double gash, I would have full max HP on Grumper and wouldn't be afraid of dying to Nestle in one hit. Hello, Lion. I see you in the stands. How's it going? Hype for tomorrow? I have mixed feelings about tomorrow. It's a fizz, Inky! Oh man, I am so getting wrecked this match. I think you're gonna be fine with it. Yeah, tomorrow's gonna be a mess. I don't have anything against Stall. So I just have to hope not to face a Stall players, and then just hope I get a good enough record to stay top 3 NA. That's really all I'm aiming for. You don't have anything against Digis? Leave Stall to you? Sounds good. I gladly take on Digis. Yeah, I feel like this patch, team building has been, you have to just pick your losses, which feels awful. But it's just how it's been. Like, it's cool that there's so many viable archetypes, but I don't like that there's not enough tools within an archetype to beat all others. At least reduce them to skill matches. Feel like you're cold with a short blanket? Yeah, can't cover everything, for sure. It was a really close match. I had to get that prediction right on the Inky swap, or else it was game. Yeah, I problem I didn't make I wasn't able to find a team all patch that could beat Stall. I thought Sparks ramping with a reset user would be enough, but New Age Stall doesn't even ramp up all that much. They just do enough damage to beat you if need be. Oh my goodness, it's Plat. I haven't seen Plat in ages. That's fun. Oh, he's got. I mean, he's obviously screwing around. He picked a monotype from every single, like a four-legged monotype, and then there's Zenarith and Shadowland's probably got more legs. I don't know. That's kind of goofy. Span the fire type. Yeah. Where's the Ghouler? Come on, like a Molgu. Like you got double neutral monos. Switch it up a little. He's probably just out like scouting speed tiers and stuff with a meme team. Just fair. I don't blame him. I don't feel like trying that hard though. Rocklim's gonna be nice. I guess I'll just go Saku. You don't like this meta at all? Just trying to have fun? Really? I thought you. I don't know. I guess I just forgot who are the people that enjoy the meta and who aren't. I'm not a huge fan of it either. I think the identity sharpening has gone a bit too far and just reduced Tems to be too boring. Why did I think he wouldn't pick Sambi? It's Plat. Ugh. Basically, the last meta with sleep control is an option. I mean, sleep control was around last meta as well. Let's get rid of Momo. Lion's a known Oshiara hater. I hate Oshiara too. I feel like that's known. At least you see my streams raging enough. Yeah, banning both toxics to allow the water in nature. I knew that would happen, but I didn't have a whole lot to do against it. Plat, Oshiara, Hazrat, Tarak, Tervine, Reflag. Do you think the tournament's going to be like that, though? I feel like it'll be a lot different. I think those are just ladder teams for the most part. I know there'll be a few people that play them. Go with Grumper. Kind of a hard choice there. Didn't like either of them. You think so? Right. Guess we just gotta see. Like if that's the kind of team I'm facing, I think I'll do alright. I'm more worried if I'm facing something that's not those. But, you know what? Screw marbles, seriously. I still hate that stupid item. Way too much free damage. That screws up my breakpoint too, man. I actually died of the matter teleport now. Oh, he doubled in anyways, whatever. He wasn't to know sure. Everything else was new. Came top 3 Tem in the patch without any bad matchup unless Toxic Tem. Yeah. That's how it feels. Or just like a super fast plague user. Lawali's. I know some people are on Lawali, but I still think Lawali's a bit underwhelming. Is Shellland's defense or special defense higher? I don't know offhand. I think its special defense is higher, but I'm not sure by how much. Yeah, by like 4 points. It's practically the same. You guys ready for something to live on 2% health? I am. Wally feels sad to play, just lose to Toxics. Yeah. Saku numbers are giga cracked. Okay, you talk air specialists. I saw a few people on air specialist debris typhoon. Didn't seem that crazy though. But I know it's like bulk stats are absolutely nuts. That's kind of why I'm on the thing. There's no reason it should have gotten its most recent set of buffs. Diabolo on Cernif, great. I was kind of clicking buttons at this point. I wasn't prepared for a whole bunch of bulky monotypes I can't take advantage of in any way possible. Heyo, Light Cube, how's it going? That was nice, at least. Is that a Cernif believer I see? No. No, we're facing Plat. He's trolling. He's just gaining info on everyone's teams. He's on a full monotype team. Like, every single Tem is a monotype. The one time you thought somebody agreed with you. Well, I do agree with you. Zenith is trash. Or, Cernif is trash. Is that not Zenith? I'm looking at Zenith, trying to plan for it. This thing's just gonna bush, get Diabolo off, and I can't do much about it. Oh, he swapped. Oh, sleep. He's just gonna deluge, not take any risks. Cernif is super cool. I like its design. I don't like its playstyle. Cernif doesn't do anything fun. Just kind of sits there. Stall one or the aggro. I mean, I guess you can play it in aggro. I've tried a few times and it just feels kind of mediocre to bad. Now we get to play. Which slot does the Cernif swap into? Neither. A lot of fun when you use it as a mid-range Tem instead of a stall Tem. Gotcha, interesting. Really wasn't expecting him to stay in and double that slot. Doesn't add much besides that. I mean, I was gonna say it doesn't have any tools, but it has Bush and Revitalize. It's just its tools are all built around keeping it alive. Even its traits settling and is a benefit from staying alive, and Callosity is to help it stay alive longer. You're actually going through and thinking about, wow, that's interesting. I didn't think he'd stay in. Going through which Tems don't have any form of status infliction. And Cernif was one of the only ones. I think it was Cernif and Mimit were the only ones. Flank. That's not what I was expecting. Need to go for the 2 Vine. I didn't know which one. Should have turbined. Fairly confident Shaolan's gonna swap for Cernif here. I stand corrected. Yikes, that is a speedy move flank. Zeno just comes back in because it was faster than me. No? Okay. He's got settling on Cerny, so I just lose the late game anyways. Yeah, that's a really goofy move flank build. It's working though. The advantage you get when you run monotypes is that your opponent can't take advantage of your defensive types nearly as well, which is what my team's more designed to do. Plus, all of the monotypes just have so much bulk just to make up for their lack of stats otherwise, or their lack of ability to create room to do anything. I don't like that solution. There's no reason they should just give every monotype bulk as a solution to make it better, but that's what was done. GG. Doesn't help I don't have an actual mental to deal with. If I had a mental or two, I think that he would have struggled more. But I still think he's just kind of... I think he's just having fun. Don't blame him. Hey Pretz, how's it going? It's good to hear. Yeah, I really don't go to Side Park much unless I'm streaming. So yeah, whenever you see me here, probably online. I have both the Side Park Lumas this week, so that's why I'm not grinding super hard. Just kind of something extra. I was finishing up a Pup Voice Radar for most of the week too, because it's hard to grind through those when you're getting comp matches every few seconds or minutes. Thank you for the Luma luck, both of you. You know, Mastion is there mainly for Bobo lead. He had Tona might synergize a little better with the whole team. Prefer a water type for the fires, of course. Oh, I didn't mean to attack this thing. Too many radars. Water type that was synergized with the team. See, that's always tough. Like, I genuinely like Piranhians on that team because an offense like the Bruiser Piranha build already slots Humiliating Slap. So you don't have to, and it's a physical Tem to benefit as well. Gonna finish work? Alright, thanks for stopping by. So like, you could try Piranha, but like you're stuck with a mono type, but at least you have Nox Bomb. You can win the matchup into stuff like Nesla and Lawali, just because they'll hit you super effective, but you can hit them with a Energy Reserve Nox Bomb back. When my style is Psypat, the ultra fast one. That's an option as well. You'd be treating Psypat as more of a cleaner though. So when stuff survives on low health, you can bring it in. You're not gonna want it much other than that. It's not gonna it can get value off of defense drops, but it's gonna be faster than everything. So you're not gonna get on tempo defense drops. I can't advise running Wrenching Massage with it either. You can maybe get like a cheesy Volphy kill if you do. You'd be assuming they don't double into the slot, which is kind of rough. Not sure how you can run Psypat with anything but max speed. Tried to run it with bulk, it felt so bad. I think the only way you can is if you're running significant bulk and it's on a Shuin team. I think that's the only reason, or the only way you can, is if it's designed to be paired with Shuin. Even then, I don't think it can be full bulk. I think it still needs to reach its speed breakpoint after the amphibian boost. You could technically use it as a defensive pivot as well. Just to counter water types, threaten out OCRs and stuff. Like, oh, you want to click Cervatios? Well, I'll take a sharpening boost. Grinder's an interesting first choice because I can pick Tort, and he has nothing turn 1 that can immediately threaten me. By Tort, I mean Tuvine. Tort is just backup Tuvine. Defensive pivot idea was your thinking in the first place? Yeah. I think it's still hard to pull off though, because most good opponents will be like, oh, it's I can play around Amphibian at least once they know it's there. Whipple and Pertukai seems good with Babo as well. Cover top it. I think it's really good on paper and it sucks in practice. Every time I try and use Whipple and Pertukai, I just don't get any use out of them at all. It feels so bad. I wish it didn't, but it does. Painting the Scunch because I don't have a mental outside of like Saku. I can deal with Volfi and Saipat with Broccolum later. Hello, Senpai. Welcome. How you doing? Give Massion a good shot? Yeah, it's just tough. You basically have a core of like 5 or 6 Tems, and then the other 2 slots you can never fit quite right. Whip Bump's good. I feel like there's so many other electric weak Tems you'd rather run. Yeah, like Whip Bump not having a turn 1 wind move outside of Cold Breeze, which is basically a joke of a move, is probably its biggest downfall. Grumper got banned, that forces me into Tort, which is okay, because that's something else to do with Garunder. Solidifying my turn 1 is a wind move into Mashuk. Give it Windburst? Hey, I mean, they gave Volarend Windburst. Everyone thought it was going to be kind of strong, and then it was just garbage, so. Thanks for thinking with you, appreciate it, no problem. I always appreciate you. Glad I can give back at least some. Second win should deal with Mashuk. Aerobic got gutted pretty hard. Aerobic didn't get changed, did it? Or is it just because of the HKS nerf? I guess the HKS nerf is the main reason you run Aerobic, so that makes sense. Well, that's not like a nerf to Aerobic, it's just the control that Volarant had in a game. Okay to bring in Tutsu here. Yes, Cold Breeze did carry the Aerobic build, but that's purely because Freeze was so broken. Okay, seriously? Seriously, it's a parry or Mashuk? Why? 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 I mean, it's a 3-hit KO anyways, so the first aid kit's kind of a moot point. At least it's base speed, so I can outspeed it with my Tutsu. Laura Weaver, hello, welcome. Even Garunder won't enjoy taking a Frond Whip. I could narco so it's actually more damage. Guess I should do that. Yes, I must exaggerate the hua in the Hawaii. Truly, it expresses my pain. Jutsu core, yeah, team's a bit too consistent to pass up on. Still not perfect, but like, it's pretty good. Yay, the stupid Mashuk is down. Yeah, see, that's still quite, it's double screen render as well. I might boomerang the thing just so it's into CPG range. Marble's value. Stupid item. Woo. So once Garender goes down, then Broccolum just cleans up. Beats Volphy, beats Psypat. Yeah, I don't think that kills. Could I have slept the Grunder? Yes. Did I need the damage? No. Could I have killed the Valash? Apparently so. Yeah, that should be in CPG range, whatever. Just front with the Valash slot just in case it's Scavenger. What? I can take another Nox Bomb on Saku, and it's not like I can apply enough pressure out anyways. I guess I forgot about not getting the tag team bonus. How that affected how much damage I would take, but truly calked. He can live with Sea Spikes. He's swapping anyways. He does Sludge Gift to Saku. Had he not, I would have killed his Psypat there. click the Rod and Goo more or less as insurance. I didn't want to take any damage on Tuvine. Tuvine's the one I needed alive. Soul Shout just in case. Like Paizo. Okay. Yeah, Synergy Paizo. If he wasn't such low attack invest on that Garunder, that would have killed 100%. I think this one shots most Volfies. That's a squishy Volfie too, yeah. GG. The Shook threw me off a bit, but it all worked out. He's picked a 4000 BP move, not one-shotting. Well, Wolfie's special defense is relatively good. Oh, come on. Really? Game one of my top 8 best of 3 already. Nah, Platt's there's no way Platt's actually playing this team, right? Man, I don't want to face this garbage again. Platt's known for it. I know he's not known for that, but he also usually cooks up some every single tournament. Double screen's literally useless this game. I cannot think of a more useless item. Did the same thing before last regional, gotcha. I mean, tournaments are always fun just for the fact that people always come up with something fun. So even if I don't win, I can at least enjoy other people's creativity. The worst tournaments are the ones where everyone wins with the most meta teams possible. I think even though I'm not a huge fan of the patch, that will see some creativity. Oh, Shiara. This isn't even good practice, honestly. I'm not gonna be facing anything like this garbage. Another sea spikes will kill the Shawland, but not another plague. Maybe he's scouting for speed tiers. That's kind of what I'm assuming, yeah. Can't say for sure though. I'm not like, if people really wanted, they can probably just watch my streams and figure out speed tiers well enough. At least give them an idea. It's not like I hide all my info. You can still see my HP and my stamina too, so from there you can kind of just calc. Especially if you know somebody's defensive spreads. It's like, hey Plaid, how much HP you got on that Momo? Oh, not bar on the Momo there. I think this is where I lose. I need Toward Alive for Sandby, but I can't really afford to swap right now. Looks like we both reached the same C-Spike tier. Good. Would've been kind of problematic if he didn't kill there. Didn't finish eating it. You wanted to call out on this banger of music and Pokemon Ruby. Yeah, I just throw out a whole bunch of battle themes. Figured most people enjoy those. Also, they're like all remixes, but it also relatively sounds similar. Except some of the more recent ones, those are a bit more remixed. Question is, can Nox Bomb kill Momo from this health? Because if not, it gets first aid kit and I just lose the game. So obviously we at least try. Dance on that one in particular in the middle of the street. A lot of people, that's Gen 5. Alright, side pass, show your superiority. No. That's game. Sludge Gift would not have killed Momo with that health. Now I have zero way to kill Sambi. He doesn't have a whole lot of stamina left on that Zeno though. And he targeted the Saku for some reason. So potentially. That is a stupid bulky Sandby. But I guess that's just Sandby's stats in general. Another banger. It's Pokemon Whack. Nobody knows this song. I don't even. I think the move link outspeeds my Psypad after the +1. Just a problem. I don't even think a Venomous Claws kills the Sandby. Ah, it doesn't matter. That makes me feel better. I don't think I have any chance of beating that team ever. It's just not what my team is designed to beat. It's just balls of stats. Is Pokemon Whack a good game? Depends on what you look for in a Pokemon ROM, really. To me, it's the best ROM out there and ranks in my top 10 favorite individual games of all time. But I've had a lot of other people try it, and they don't have the same. It's more or less an entire spoof. The game itself. The story is horribly offensive. There's almost like it is not put together well. The entire game is a joke. But you have like 1,000 individual, like brand new Pokemon. There's like 40 plus types, and it's each of your opponents will have items and like fully TV'd teams and such. This isn't good. Why offensive? I don't. It tries to be. It's if you like really offensive jokes, target groups like just about every type of group of people out there, then you'd probably be all right with it. Anyone ever suggested that maybe your team has too many types in it? I don't know how to feel after facing you with that team. Um, I I have has suggested that before. No, it's an interesting thought. I really never put a lot of thought myself into. Um, uh, I've tried like back when I was running Avenger, I had Tental, Capire, Piranha, Tataru, and at one point I tried Ragnitz, which ended up being 5 monotype Tems on the same team, and that was too many. Since then, I've run that many monotypes on a team. Too few. Certainly could have been. And yeah, Laura, like that. So you'll never actually encounter those mons, but they do exist in the game, and that's the type of like it gets worse than that too. But it's that search result that gets a lot of that gives the game an even worse reputation than it already has, which is kind of goofy. Drop a team so he gets less. Grumper gives too much coverage, just run the other 7. I love Grumper. I can't just drop it like that. If for no other reason than it's fun. Play 7 fires. I might bring back monotype theme teams at some point. It depends on what kind of state the game's in, and probably after Worlds and 1.6 and such. Well, I'll consider it for sure. Hedge and fire chrome opener every game. And hit my Hedgen with fire flame so that with pigment inverter so that it's immune to, or it's nullified. It's just discount generify. Yeah. Because you can't. There's no fire neutral type to get generify synergy with. Mom's lunch, so no adrenaline shot. Kind of interesting. Let's just click buttons. Woohoo! That was a good. Wow, that Volga might be squishier than I thought. Yeah, I prompted him first, Lion, and I warned him, so I don't know what he expected. At the very least, we can appreciate that the music's solid. Got nothing to resist melee. Did the same with Temtem a few days back. Really? Stupid question, does rest trigger only at the end of turn, not affected by speed invest? Correct. It is, unlike Strangle, it is actually at the end of the turn. Do I actually have this much stamina? I probably do. Yeah, you can't get rest any faster. There used to be something with, gotta go fast rest, I think. But then they changed it, so now it's always last. The Cycrox is a bit squishier than I thought too. Probably has some offense TVs. Only because people tell you to do it, you're a victim. Lord, I told you, I did not tell you to do it. Reading Grumper's trees, like why would you ever run that over Inductor? First of all, you can self-push off statuses. So if I'm up against a Doom team here, it's not doing very well. But potentially you could just rest and push off the Doom. Ta-da. Also on a turn where you would have to rest normally because Grumper's got kind of rough stamina, you could just get Invigorized and Evasion on the next turn. Or if you're predicting a swap, like let's say Oshiara comes in, and you rest, all of a sudden you have Evasion, so it's not like the Oshiara can punish you with a water attack. Because it's so fast, it would be the first attempt to break your evasion. Talk about the game being your top X games, obviously you have to look it up. It's honestly, I enjoyed it so much when I played it. Like I'm all entitled to that opinion, and that's fine if people don't share it. Didn't think of pushing status. Pretty situational. Rest in the stone wall's big. Yeah, I mean there's stuff you can do with it. It's not. I think it's fine as a trait now. I don't think it needs any changes. Yeah, I wondered if you'd swap back. That's fine, though. Pretty sure that Karen's swapping out into oh shoot, I didn't think about Bush. Why would you self-Bush? My whole goal is to kill your Karen right now. Of course it doesn't kill. I could have saved Broccolum there by attacking it. I didn't think it was necessary, but apparently it was. Should have at least swapped Brock out so he didn't get the scavenger proc. That was probably a big mistake. Yeah, that was just a mistake. Happens. You think you would affect the meta by reworking Volphy into a full support Tem? You mean by removing Sludge Gifts? I don't know. I don't know how much it would change, honestly. It's a really fast Volphy for a stall team. Oh, this I forgot about the synergy bush. Yeah, that bush is what's gonna screw me over. Or the random bush. Because I could have very easily killed the cow in that turn. I still have zero idea why he stayed in. I just shouldn't have OX'd on 2-Vine the turn before. It was fairly obvious Volphy swap. GG. Too many predictions, and I just was on the wrong end of them. It's a very punishing team to go up against. Demoted, don't particularly care. I don't think there'll be any Doom teams at the tournament though. And that game was easily winnable, I just kind of threw my lead. Wasn't expecting a faster squishy Volphy, and I was not expecting Cowern to stay in. Remove DV, I don't know. If you look at Volphy's moveset, it has so few defensive options or offensive options. It basically has its Plague is really its only nature offensive option. Sludge Gift, Dust Vortex, and Sandstorm are its other options. So it only has 4, which is awful. Genesect and Tsubaki, I mean, they're not really using Doom, and for the most part, they're more or less bulky aggro at this point. Oh, what did I do last time? I know I brought Grumper. And then I think it was Tort Grumper. That's an interesting choice. Really threatens my lead though. I think I'm just gonna let the Hazrat through. I'm gonna save Tort turn 1 and I'll sack the Grumper. I'll bring my plat too. I know I let a fire through being Hazrat, but I've only got 2 fire weeks. One of them's 2-Vine, which basically goes toe to toe with Hazrat. Remember the good old days when Shelllant wasn't everywhere? mean, this is basically the board if any to bring in Psypat too. Threatens out the 2-Vine turn 2, which is nice. His 2-Vine's faster than me. I would have thrown a Sludge Gift at that 2-Vine. That probably would have put it in a range to die to a single Nicho. My 2-Vine's valuable. Platymus is about the biggest thing I can waste. I knew that was coming. Based on his speed tier, I knew he was going to be faster. Question is Shallot faster than my Platymus? And it probably is. The 2-Vine staying in was a surprise as well, though. Definitely wasn't expecting that. Let's see what he does. Platymus should have used a wind move. Nox Bomb from 2-Vine onto Psypat. Yeah, so he gets another one. Oh my goodness. That is 1 damage. Over half my health. It's literally... I wonder if he's watching and just calcing for that. Or if that's just a very unfortunate coincidence. Hard to tell. Turn 1 speed creep was so sad. It's not like my 2-Vine, or the Grump. It's his 2-Vine is relatively fast. That's just all it is. One more hit and I still don't finish it off. He's still faster than me. Toxic Farewell. So close, but so far. I could have just lived this stupid Nox bomb. The entire game would have... Okay, nope. Didn't matter. 49.9. GG. That team's gonna be like just about an even matchup for me, and it's gonna be based entirely on speed tiers, I think. Teams are more or less locked in already, so really can't change my speed tiers around at all. I'm way too conservative with my spreads, so when I face mirror matches into stuff like 2-Vine, I'll probably end up losing. And that's unfortunate, but it is what it is. You invest too much speed and all of a sudden you don't have enough bulk to take hits. You invest so much speed and bulk that you don't have enough damage and you can't kill anything that's bulkier. So it's just like a really evil triangle. How much speed do you invest? I think the 2-Vine had. Yours on 221, not sure if it would have outsped here. 221 sounds about right. I mean, it's the Oshiara breakpoint. Honestly, I don't bother to hit that breakpoint much right now. Because if Oshiara really wants to, it'll just throw a Water Blade at you. Most Oshiaras don't go all the way up to max anyways. They just get high enough to outspeed. Max speed's Size Munch, which is just 1 point faster than Hedgen. So it's like 305 for most Oshiaras. And then they'll speed creep each other. Why Size Munch? Just because the only people really running Size Munch are people who are running at max speed. It's just because like you're outspeeding Hedgen anyways. So what you do is when you're trying to figure out a speed breakpoint, usually is you're considering what is the fastest thing I'll need to outspeed. If you look at something like Valash, which I believe is a higher speed tier than Hedgen and Size Munch both, I can't say for sure. I think Momo is though. So you could be like, oh well, Momo max speed reaches like 313 speed. But you're not going to see a max speed Momo. So you don't need to worry about outspeeding it. Senpai, I don't know if you're still around, but good luck, have fun. There you are. Yes, good luck. And since Size Munch is just a little bit... Size Munch is also tied with Pocus, Nagise, and Saipat, I believe. Maybe Pocus is a point or two faster. But it's just a relatively good breakpoint for the real fast stuff to reach. But then there's like a 10 speed gap in which you're just kind of guessing what speed creep your opponent stopped at when trying to outspeed. I usually guess on the lower end, and other people that guess on the higher end probably have more success. 2-Vine's nice here. Double Nox Bomb into the Tyrannac. Even if he swaps out into either Nox or Garunder, I still have type advantage. Yeah, Tort's a good ban. I'm gonna ban Amphitheater just because it counters Saku and Grumper. Both of which are Tems I probably want to bring here. Demano, hello, what's up? I'm just playing some comp. Getting very mixed results, but I'm facing a few unconventional teams and having some very unfortunate situations happen. But like, and all of my losses haven't felt bad today. And that's good. If I have losses that start to feel bad, like I was having with some other teams, that's when it's rough. Unconventional team lover? Oh, that's awesome. Well, I got plenty of those for you. Picked up the digital emote. What is on? Oh, he's got the fun one too. Yeah, I mean, this is just what I'm gonna do. Know who'll stream tomorrow's tournament? East is going to East_25. He'll be streaming it. I'm gonna be participating. I'll record all my matches and throw them on my YouTube, so anyone who wants to watch can check them out later. But I will not be streaming during the event. That's a very low offense invest to rock. Thank you, thank you. You can't play because of work? Ah, that's so unfortunate. There's still the LCQ tournament, which will be in another couple weeks, though, so that'll be good. Wondering if this Nox is going to swap to Garunder. Kind of want to just throw... Because of how little damage that Stone Ball did, I'm just going to throw Double Feather Gat. Debated on throwing a... Ito into the Turok, but decided against it. Because it had bait, it wouldn't have actually put it to sleep. I even also get to avoid the trance and first aid kit proc, so that was a really good turn for me. You have to watch out though, because Tyrannac has Meteor Swarm available. No Hurry Wart. Only thing it can do is Water Blade. I'm gonna save Tuvine, bring in Brock. I don't know what item this Tyrannac has, but I should be able to put it to sleep by at least one turn. Yeah, looks like he's a bit sad though that he turned off his own Hurry Wart. I don't have to worry about Serbatios now. No tag team this turn though, which kind of sucks. I'll have it next turn, but there's also a Meteorite coming my way, so... I wondered if the Oshara would swamp. $68, $34. Ugh, I need 2 Vine to get that next hit off. Kind of hope that Brock dies here. Okay. That does help. Get a guaranteed CPG on the Garunder. I don't think it kills. I really don't think it kills. But if I can at least put it in a range to die to another move from something else, that helps. And I know I want this Tyrannac dead as well, but best case scenario is Garunder lives this with a sliver, like that. And then I just have 2 Vine kill Tyrannac next turn. Maybe no Meteor Swarm? Meteorite. Oh, we didn't see a turn 1 option. Maybe it has both Sharpleaf and Embers. That Stamina Sap took just enough away. Tutsu constantly OXing. Okay, so for anyone wondering, my 2 Vine does have more attack invest than my Tutsu, so that's why I was able to kill it there. It should effectively be over because Saku can carry the rest of the game. Also, marbles is a stupid item. I figured I should mention that, just in case people didn't get the idea. Daily marbles hate check. Oh, I've had like 10 today. Hourly. Per match marbles. Stopping your 3-turn rotation since its existence. It's a very bulky Turok. It makes sense though, because it didn't do a whole lot of damage earlier. You ever Frond Whip a 10 with 1 health left? Now, Lifeful Sap would have been the play here. But I'm still not particularly concerned about losing. This still got Thames in the back, and Saku still just is really, it just walls these two. Saku's defensive type is really good in this meta. After you ban out the Tolkien and ignore all the toxics. Yeah, he had to go for serves to kill Grumpert there. But then Turok never kills Saku. Potentially a Turbine plus Unseen Blow could have killed Saku. But I believe my Grumper would have outsped the Turok Turbine with Sludge Gift. And even if it didn't and they killed Saku, I still had Grumper, which was able to finish off at the end. GG's. Going to bed for now. Quit smoking 3 days ago. You're a bit stressed out. Better get some rest. Good luck for tomorrow. Sounds good. Take it easy. Thank you for the luck. I'll do my best. I'll need it. And yeah, I'm glad to hear you're able to stop as well. Hope you can keep it up. I'll root for you. Yes, GG. GG Senpai. Saku against a Turok and Oshiara late game. Off. Yeah, it's definitely not easy to beat. Saku's also really nice for beating up Volfies and stuff. Marbles value, I know. I kept saying that, yeah. Oh, Marbles is so dumb. I think the worst part is that it's just free value. At least with Stealth Rocks and Spikes and stuff in Pokemon, you actually have to take a turn to set it up. So see, why would you pick the Tuvine now? This is basically him saying, I'm picking both Tuvine and Showlant, and there's nothing you're going to do to change my mind. Because there's no reason not to pick Showlant, because Showlant allows you to have such a flexible lead, just in case you were to pick anything else, you'd be able to. He's just like, nah, we ain't doing that. Or maybe, I don't know. He could have threatened some other stuff there, I suppose. I'm not sure why you'd first pick Tuvine still, though. Because you really want to threaten my Tuvine, my Tort, and my Grumper, the main three. Had I picked Saipat there, though, which is what was my other option, he could have picked either of his 2 electrics. Yeah, this is just not a Saku team. Some teams are. This one's not. Alright. So last time it didn't work so well, so I'm switching things up. I think I'm gonna double Feathergat the Shell Land. And we'll go from there. I trust that my 2-Vine can live the double in. Come on, 2-Vine, you got this. Yeah, let's go. I don't want to kill the Shellant this turn just so it doesn't get Kessa up. He'll outspeed me with his 2-Vine Turbine though. There is potential though that he could swap to, say, Inky. But that gives me really good positioning after my 2-Vine dies. So worst case scenario would be he swaps Shellant for Inky and then CPG's Tutsu. Just because of the attacks I made. Yeah, he does have Martial Strike. I didn't know that. So he's got Martial Strike, Kessa, and Soul Shout. So maybe no Haito then? Also, yeah, this 2-Vine has significant speed invest. Because it just outsped my Tutsu as well. My Tutsu is faster than my 2-Vine. He's got to have at least 300 speed. Like, bruh. I don't have any other tag team. I didn't pay attention to that. Tort's valuable. Plat and Inky. Rumper's nice against Inky Hazrat. Plat's the only one I can really sack here. But then he does this. That's how you want to play? That's how we'll play. Bake your pick. Probably both. Yeah. That sucks. Both I should have picked. Should pick Tort. He stayed. And he didn't DC beam. What? Great. That was interesting. I was relatively confident he was going to stay in there. I don't really know what I would have done if he did, honestly. I don't know if my plat would have lived that. I think it would have been close. Hello, Neo. How goes it? Good to hear, good to hear. Predicting him to use a water move on the Grumper, swapping to Platypus to potentially survive it. Don't even get the chance. See, I needed him to use the water move that turn, so that I can use Rotten Goo. Had I T-Strike then I could use Rotten Goo on the plat, and then hopefully an Aquatic would finish off whatever it survived with. GG's. Yeah, he's just got the speed tierings that beat me. That speedy 2-Vine really wrecks my team, and that stupid Shaolant leaves me no room for counterplay at all. Inky as well. I need to make every single prediction right in that matchup, and I can't. It's not possible, realistically. Probably just one more match, maybe two if I'm feeling good. I wish we could get a bit more variety though. We've Had a lot of repeat matches today. I suppose a lot of people are just taking a little break before tomorrow and don't want to show off their team, which is like, yeah, fair enough. Here comes Shirk though. I don't know if this is what he's running or if he's just having fun. We saw this yesterday though. Gotta ban the fire. Still have a lot of fire weeks, need ban to water. See Tolkien, ban Tolkien. Basically, that's always been my rule with this team. Having Saku and Tuvine, it sucks. Just sucks to see Tolkien. Definitely don't want to let that thing through. Anti-sleep team, go! Yeah, that's a Vanks. Adrenaline shot, strangle. I know it's got some attack invest too. Adoro just ruins Brock and Saipat, so I really didn't want to let it through. Focus isn't great for me either though. Grumper has camo. Saipat's fast. Brock is Brock. It would be nice to conserve the bait on Tuvine, so I'm just going to swap in Brock. Bait, you drink camo, go, yeah, basically. He's probably strangling Saku here though, just so I can't front whip him next turn. Yeah. So much more interesting if this team had any other way to play, function at all. Like, ugh. Yeah, game's over. Airless duck win. Please no. That does kill. Dang it. I don't know Galio's HP values enough. I was surprised he stayed in. Guess he's just gonna kill Brock. Doesn't kill. Ugh. Yeah, I mean, that's what you get when you get a max HP, max speed focus. I can't stop him from just transienting Brock though, and then just repeating. I can double in here, make sure Gallios dies. Then I'm taking a whole bunch of damage from Momo. He's probably just using it on the Momo. Yeah. And that's just gonna... Oh, it could have just refreshed there too, and I would have been mega toast. If I was still on my Digi Sparks team, this would not have been an issue at all. More Digis or more Waters, yeah. The team has a lot of holes. I don't have them on this team. My team's already weak enough to mental. GG's. Oh, I don't know. We probably will see a few of those teams tomorrow. You just gotta pick your losses. Feels so bad. That loss feels bad. The biggest problem I have with Gallios isn't that it has sleep, isn't that it has 3-turn evasion. It's that it heals its entire flipping health bar back. Healing in this game, in most cases, is very moderate, and you can kind of manage it. But when I get a Gallios down to 10% health, and all of a sudden you have to fight back 100% of its health You know, change next patch. Well, the next patch isn't the tournament. Even if they remove transient echo, I'm not sure how much. If they change transient echo, then all of a sudden its trait becomes next to useless. The only reason it's even a Tem right now is because it has that little cheese combo. Galio's banned for turning it. I don't think it was banned. I think it's just people have to be aware of the bugs. Unless I missed it. I didn't. It's not like I'm using it, so I didn't read the rules specifically. I can't imagine anything's changed. Fixed in quotes. It still ain't perfect. It's just the adrenaline shot reset works. I think next time I face that team, I have to lead. I think I have to lead Psypat and Broccolum, which absolutely sucks. Like, if there wasn't a Tolkien on that in that team variation, I could manage it so much better. But the fact that my water and my nature are also weak to mental, which is the other main core of that team, is awful. Pick the Pocus then, slow down. It would be assuming I ban the Pocus instead of the Tolkien. Because if I'm picking Psypat on lead, it discourages him from picking Tolkien in the first place. And if he doesn't have his cheese lead, then I get effectively 2 bans to shut it down. I feel like banning the Gallios isn't the play. But maybe it is. Maybe the play is to ban the Gallios and pick Grumper. Use Psypat Brock does enough damage to Gallios. Well, that's what I'm thinking. Like a Nox Bomb plus a Plague should be able to kill. And a Plague will go off before Jinx Whisper does. And before... before Strangled, duh. I don't know. For anyone curious, it's a move flank and a Volar end in the Umbras. And the Fire, pick the 2 Vine. I think we saw this team earlier today. And the Hedgen, which kind of stops the move flank Hedgen strategy a little bit. That's very nice. Music wants me. Only if you want to put yourself through that. I can't advise it. Yep. I still don't like Platimus on this team. It's just the Tem I needed to fit in the holes. The type chart holes. I could have gambled a bit more on my matchups, just completely taken the L on any teams with more than 1 fire and not had a second water. But didn't want to risk it. Alright, I have to assume that the Volarend is swapping for either Chimerian, okay, for anything, but all of these just hate electrics. Probably the Volphy. Patty does best, fill the holes. Yeah, it's just kind of a, well, this is a Tem. Well, it's a good Tem. You can just kind of go here, do that, call it good. That turn went very well. Just in case a Nestle swap, I'll just do this. Even if it's a Valorant swap, that's fine by me. Move flank hurts. So far I'm out ahead though. Reswapping on lead though isn't helpful. Curious how many of these Tems are 500 speed, 500 offense. I don't know, that Nessa seems pretty bulky. Wolfie's at least faster than my 2-Vine. I was thinking it was 150 HP max. Well, it survived, or it took barely more than half from a Nicho from a Shinobi Tactics Saipat. So that's... I had energy drinks revealed now. Come on, you can't do that. I don't know. I don't know bulk Nestle bulk levels well enough. Probably has quite a few speedier low invest Tems though. It's handcuffs, so. Yeah, that's as good as game. Unless it's a max speed Chim. I think max speed Chim might outspeed my Saipat. Send love to Gaby. I don't have like a heart emote. I've got the Digi emote. I've got a timer emote, an angry emote. Yeah, Gaby's cool. For sure. I think this time I just had the advantage in spreads. Okay, yeah, that is definitely a squishier Chimerian. Wind Blade over Wind Burst. Very interesting. HKS bug, let's go! Respect the aerobic Volerin though. I think it's a fun strategy. I hope they actually do get around to fixing HKS. Could tell me the reason for Windblade Overburst, just stamina. It's like 13 damage loss though. BP. I think it's only 5 stamina. We'll play one more to see if we can get this mission done. I got time for one more anyways. GG's. Please not Logain. Please, please not him. Jolzy. Alright, I was spoiled that this is an S-Vest Vola. My team is pretty mixed though, so that's fine. Windblade, NATO, and HKS without OX after a lunch. Oh. Okay, that's pretty interesting. Looking like a 2-2 Saipat game. I know it's a bit risky to let the Hedgen through, but I'm orange side and my Saipat's available. I still have Platamus also to threaten. I'll see if I can ban it second round though. If my Grumper gets banned though, then that Volerin's gonna be a big issue. Oh, he's not even gonna give me the chance to consider banning it. Oh, alright, alright. See ya, Grumper. Do it. Ban the Grumper. Yeah, man. Click the button. Really? Alright, you do you. Grumper's OP here. Yeah, there, Grumper. Tort threatens out Nid a little bit. And I wish I kept Garden on it to deal with Yowler. Oh well. Narco option. I no longer need Tort around for Nid because Nid's not here. Marble's value. Maybe it's not Strange Vest, or was Strange Vest not on the list of items revealed? Who came in here and lied to me? That's okay. Grumper still pretty much counters the thing. It's still very valuable this matchup. I'd like to keep Psypad alive. Gonna bring in Saku. I'm gonna Feather Gat Devola. Turn. I was gonna say turn 2, I'm gonna Haito, but then I'm like, it could be a Sentinel Molgu. Information. Information's important though, so I'll probably still Haito it. Yeah, I mean, that hurts. It's Splitter, you bet? It probably is, most of them are. That does the same. I'm going to Haito the Vola, not the Molgu. Well, try, that is. Maybe he'll even... I was gonna say maybe he'll even swap to Gialis, and then for like synergy. Toxic Plume, try for that. And then I put him to sleep and get the Frond Whip off and all's good. No Sentinel's crazy. I mean, then you can get burned by Tolkien's and miss KOs. Everyone plays around Splitter though, do they? That's fair. Anti-sleep's still more useful, even if they didn't. Depends on the team, always. Being able to avoid toxic ticks against the toxic spam team is pretty valuable. Excluding Nid, because that's a stupid interaction. And Mom's Lunch, because that's an even stupider interaction. I'm basically trading Grumpers here. It's not great. The reason I'm not sludge gifting his Grumper is because he should know I'm faster based on the amount of damage taken. Or based on the Dust Vortex, I mean. Last turn, and he'll probably swap in Vola to eat it. I still think I'm just toast though. Don't have any damage on this Yowler, and it's basically going to be 2 against 5. He did stay in, darn. an interesting turn of events. Maybe he doesn't have Sludge Gift. He was running Tesla Prison. Definitely possibility. Now he swaps. Just one turn too late. He's striking a Grumper was way too risky for my taste. It's not comebacker. Keep forgetting that thing has Venomous Claws. It actually has some speed invest in it too. Ah, don't quite kill. Alright, we'll see how they're gonna do. Clinch, that's not bad. Game's still over though. Grumper healed too much off of Inductor. People who say Inductors is the inferior trait, you are wrong. If I had been able to get a double kill there, I think I still win. Because then I just Nox Bomb, Yalis, and Sea Dust, and the next turn I Sea Spikes and Nicho, and yeah. So yeah, GG. Keeping that Grumper in against mine was what won him the game. Too many. I made a lot of really wrong predictions today. It was pretty rough. Glad to get this out today rather than tomorrow, hopefully. That's gonna be my last game today, though. Relatively good warm-up. I might, depending on when I get up, I might get up early and do a stream right before the tournament. We'll just have to see. Don't bank on it, though. I could very well just want to sleep in and mentally prepare. Plus queue times are usually really long right before a tournament because nobody else is playing. That's about all I got though. If anyone wants to watch the tournament, I believe East will be casting it. Just some random games. I'll be recording mine and throwing them up on YouTube later on, so I won't be streaming, but the content will be there. That should be about everything. You play before tourney? It's just to get some warm up in. I just don't know for sure. Just considering it. But yeah, that'll be it. So thank you all so much for watching. Appreciate all of you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.